All right, this is going to be a brief video talking about the skip track component on Foobar2000. You can find a link in the description, and here's also the page that you will find it from. So let's get into it. So here's my Foobar, my primary hip hop playlist called Lyrical Lounge. I've been steadily configuring and adding to this playlist for years, nearly 1,500 tracks. Let's talk about, in my opinion, one of the best components when it comes to playing a playlist, especially when it comes to a hip hop playlist, where you have a lot of features and a lot of people on a song to where you might not necessarily want to be played in a long playlist. You want the playlist to be more distilled. You want it to flow better. So you don't want the particular artist singing or rapping on the track. So that's where the skip plugin comes into play. So if I go here to control find, and I type in skip present, then it'll show me all of the songs that are in the playlist that have a skip line appended onto the song. So for instance, if I start this song right here, come on, you see that it started right when the song began, and there's a dead space here to where if without the skip function and I want to, like I said, cut out the fat of the playlist, then I would have to go put this in Audacity or Foobar or Reaper and then extract the silent part manually. That's too much work. Here with the skip function, I can just start here. So let's see what's going on behind the scenes. If I press Alt Enter and click on the song, then you see that the first 11 seconds were skipped from the song, right? And so it's a pretty simple function. If I were to take this off, right, and just say cancel that and press OK, then you already see it removes it from the list here. So there's no longer a skip function playing. So if I press the song again, then you see that the first 11 seconds is going to play until it gets to this part. And so, like I said, Alt Enter, what you do is just press this, you type in skip. After given you've installed the component, press Enter, press right here, and just put, well, I'm going to paste, but essentially if you want the first 11 seconds skipped, then you add a dash or a hyphen in the beginning, and then you put 11 seconds. And now you see it's added back to the list. And then if I stop and play, it'll play right here. So you see I have this for a bunch of songs. Like I said, anything in the list within the playlist, it shows you what I've used it for. So if I put the second song from the hidden character, now here it just did it the first 3 seconds, I believe. Alt Enter, you see the first 3 seconds is skipped. This is such a simple component, but so useful. So what if I want to skip the last 3 seconds of the song? Say for instance, this is the tail end of the song. And what if I want to skip this silence right here, right? So the last 4 seconds. Now it's kind of tricky. So if I go back to the song here, now if the hyphen is to the left of the number, then what that says is anything before 3 seconds into the song will be skipped. So if I were to put the hyphen to the right of the song, it won't do the same thing. Say if I wanted to skip the last 4 seconds of the song. Because if I do this, then what this says is anything after the first 3 seconds of the song will be skipped. So essentially it's going to skip the entire song. And so just an example, if I were to press OK. Now watch if I press stop to reset the song, and then I select the song. Now I'll play the first 3 seconds, and then it'll go to a different song. See that? So you don't want to do that, right? So if I go back to Alt Enter, and what I'll do is, this is actually how you're supposed to do it. So like I said, let me take this off, right? Go back to this song. So I want to skip, like I said, the last 4 seconds. So instead of putting the hyphen to the right with the same number, what I would do is go to Alt Enter again, and I would say anything after, you see where it says 4 right here, but you need to look to the number to the left here, 147. So I need to say anything after 1 minute and 40 seconds into the song needs to be skipped, and put the hyphen to the right. So going back to this window, I'll again add the skip function, and then I'll put 1 minute 47 and a hyphen and press apply, essentially. And so now if I press play the song, it no longer has the 3-second skip, so it'll play that. But you'll see once it hits a minute and 47, it'll skip it. You see? And there you go. So that's kind of in a nutshell how you use the skip component just in a simple way. So for some more examples, if I go to say Cool Compete, right? And once I press Alt Enter, you'll see that I've combined the two. So I have a spot to where I want it to start and I have a spot where I want it to end right here. And now here is the most extreme example. If I go to Jean Grey, the bootleg of the bootleg EP, don't trip, that's the name of the album actually. There's no song titles to any of these songs. This song is 38 minutes long. Then if I go to the details of the song, these are all the skips I've done for it, right? And so let's go ahead and cut that and press OK, right? You'll see here that there's one song, there's 2 songs, 13. It's just, there's 13 songs to this song. And some songs I want out of here, some songs I don't. Some songs are nestled in between 2 songs I don't want. So essentially why you saw that long list in the skip function was because of that. So when I add the list, and remember, there's no limit to the amount of comments you can add to the skip function, like I said earlier. So again, just a simple skip, bam. And so from all these lines, I've essentially made brackets to the songs that I want to keep within the same song, right? So if I go back to Jean Grey, which should be down here, I believe, then it'll automatically start where I want it to start. So like this song, if I try and click here, it'll bump me back to the brackets which I've defined in the skip function. So I like this song, right? And then I try and click here and it'll bump me all the way to the song I liked out of here. Anywhere I click here, it'll do that, right? Click here, then it'll go to the original part. And essentially, the last 2 songs I didn't want, and so it'll go to another song. So essentially, that's what you want to do. I think it's a very amazing component. Definitely use it if you use Foobar2000. If you don't, like you use Spotify, use Apple Music, Tidal, whatever the hell you use, even YouTube Music, none of that is as good as Foobar2000. What are you doing? Switch to Foobar, especially if you're on Windows. It's the best musical plugin, has the most customizable features, best components. Definitely try it out. If you like this video, let me know. Subscribe, like, share. You know how it is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.